Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to learn how to draw and write like one of my favorite children's authors, Mo Willems. So let's jump right in. Okay, so today we're going to be learning how to draw some of my favorite characters from some of my favorite children's books by Mo Willems. So we're going to be learning how to draw Piggy and Gerald from the Elephant and Piggy book series, as well as the Pigeon and the Duckling. So if you haven't checked out these books before, I definitely suggest that you do that. They're great for first-time readers and they're totally hilarious. So what you need in order to do this is paper and a pencil, or if you want, a marker. I'm going to be using a black marker just so you can see it better. You can grab some crayons, some markers to color it in, paint, whatever you want, but you're going to need a pencil and eraser first. Okay, so I'm going to be using my marker, but let's get started. Okay, so the first character we're going to draw is the Pigeon. Now, I love this character because he's super kind of quirky and funny. And he's really easy to draw. So the first thing you're going to do is start with a circle. Nothing too big, nothing too small, just medium sized, okay? So we start with a circle. Then you're going to draw another circle inside. And the circle is for his eye, but it actually takes up most of his head. So you have one big circle and one smaller circle inside. Then you are going to fill in kind of a half circle for the eyeball. And you're just going to fill that in with black. Okay? Fairly easy. Now we're going to draw the beak. So you're going to have it kind of coming out like a triangle, but not as sharp. So you're just going to go out, in for the top part, and then you're going to go a straight line out and kind of a curve back in for the bottom part. There's his beak. You can even do a little line like that. Next, you're going to draw his neck, and it's just two straight lines coming down like that, and then you're going to draw two lines across, and they even come kind of outside of those lines too. Now you're going to draw the body, and you're going to draw kind of like a bubble, and it's going to come up to the point. So it's like a scoop, and then it's going to kind of make a straight line to a point there. And you're just going to, from the neck, the bottom of the neck here, to the point there, you're just going to connect that line like that. Then we can draw a wing inside. So it's kind of like a triangle, but you're not drawing the bottom part of a triangle. You're just going to go 1, 2. And there you have his wing. And you can do the other wing on the other side. Maybe he's raising his wing up to talk to somebody. You're going to do another point and come back in. Okay? And his legs are very easy. They're just sticks like this. So 1 stick, 2 stick. And on the bottom of each of the sticks, you're just going to do 1, 2, 3 short lines like that. And there's the pigeon. It is as easy as that. Now pretend we wanted to act like this wing was waving hello. You can draw some movement lines just by doing 2 little lines. It looks like he's waving. And there's the pigeon. Okay, next we're going to draw Piggy. So we're going to start off with a circle. Now, for Piggy and Gerald, sometimes it doesn't show a full circle for the head, so let's do this one in pencil. And then later we can go over in marker and erase some parts. So let's start with the shapes first. So we're going to do a circle for the head, like that. Then we are going to do 1 ear like this and 1 ear like that. They're just triangles, okay? Then you are going to draw a circle for his snout, and maybe it comes outside just a little bit. And when you're doing this with your pencil, try not to press too hard because you're going to want to erase some parts after, and it's a lot harder to erase if you're pressing really, really hard, okay? So you can see my circle kind of overlaps this head circle. So just make sure it's light enough that you can erase it later. And then we are going to do his body. So you're just going to do a really big, kind of like a U shape, like that, okay? I'm actually gonna even make mine a little bit smaller. Let's do a smaller U shape, like that, okay? And then for his arms, you're gonna just do 2 straight lines, so 1, 2, and then you're gonna make a point, kind of like a letter M, or actually a V. So from this line, you're gonna do the letter V. You're gonna go down, up, and it's just gonna connect like that. Then you can do another arm. You can point it in any direction you want. You can have his arms going up or down. Let's make one arm going down. We're gonna do 2 lines and then almost like an upside down V. 1, 2. Okay, now let's do his legs. Same kind of thing. 2 lines and then that V. Okay, 2 lines, V. There you go. And sometimes it shows his tail, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna go over with my marker and I'll show you why we did this. This ear is gonna be in the front and I don't want to show this line, but it was a little bit harder to explain without doing the shapes first. So I'm gonna do the line for his, or that triangle for his ear. Then I'm gonna go straight around, stop where this oval is. I'm gonna make the oval first. Okay, then I can do the other ear. This one's behind, so it's behind the head, and that's why there's a line in front. Okay, then I'm just gonna trace around here, like that. And then same kind of with the arms. I want to eliminate that line right there. So I'm just gonna go draw a small line down to the arm, trace over that arm, like that. Same with the leg. I'm gonna go right to the leg. Okay, because these are kind of in front and I want to erase that little line. But these ones, this arm and this leg are kind of behind the body. So I'm just gonna do the full circle and then draw the arm and leg behind. If it's a little difficult to understand, don't worry about all this part, just draw the lines, do the best you can. There we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna erase any of those lines that we see. Okay, like that. And now we can draw his face. So we're gonna draw 2 eyes. They're kind of like little black ovals. 1, 2. And then for his nose, you're just gonna draw 2 lines. 1, 2. And then his mouth is kind of placed over here, which is kind of odd, but it's funny. So we're just gonna do a line like this, and then a U shape, like that. And you can color it in. And then we can do an eyebrow, like that. And it just makes him look like he's talking or, you know, has a bit of expression. And there's Piggy, that's it. Okay, so now we're gonna do Gerald. Gerald is kind of the same as Piggy. So we're gonna start with our pencil and we're just gonna do the shapes first. So Gerald is bigger than Piggy, so we're gonna draw a bigger circle for the head. Okay, and you can always adjust it or erase if you need to. Then we're gonna go to the middle of his face and we're gonna draw a trunk coming out. Okay, so we're just gonna do kind of a curved line, a little line at the end, and then curve back. Okay, just try the best that you can, like that. And then we're gonna do his ears. So his ears are kind of big curves. I'm gonna come down and then connect it to his head back here. And on this side, like that. And we're gonna have this ear coming kind of in the front. So we're just going over that circle line like that, okay? Now we're gonna draw his body. Again, same as Piggy's, make it a bit bigger, a big kind of U shape like that. Then you're gonna do his arms, and his arms are actually pretty easy, same with the legs. You're gonna draw 2 rectangles coming off his body. 1, 2, and just connect it at the bottom like that. Actually, let's make this one a bit bigger. Remember, try not to press too hard on your lines so you can erase them later. And then we're gonna just draw a line, and then connect at the bottom, a line, connect it at the bottom, just like that, okay? And he has a little tail as well. Okay, so now we're gonna go over with our marker so we can eliminate some of these lines. Now, watch carefully. I'm gonna start with his trunk. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the trunk that we did, like that. And then from the trunk, I'm just gonna go around to the top of the ear here. Stop. I'm gonna go around the outer part of the ear, come in, and this part here. So we're not gonna be drawing this line. We're gonna be erasing that. Then you're gonna go from the bottom of the trunk, finish that circle like that, And then you can do this ear here, like that, okay? Now, let's go from the bottom of the head, follow that just to the arm like that. And then we're gonna go and follow that arm. So we're eliminating that little line there. Scoop down to this leg. This leg is gonna be in front. Trace that leg to the arm. Eliminating that line, we're just gonna trace around the arm like that. And then we can go back and do this leg. This leg is behind, so that's why the body's in front here. And we can do that little tail like that. And let's erase our lines. Okay, now that we've erased our lines, we can do a bit more detail. Now for Gerald's face, let's start with 2 circles for his eyes. We're gonna do, he wears glasses too, so we're gonna do 2 bigger circles, 1, 2, and then 2 small circles inside like this, 1, 2. You're gonna connect those circles together for his glasses, and then do another line to his ears, like that. Then you're gonna do the same kind of mouth as Piggy's, do a straight line, and then a U shape, and you can color it in, like that. And then you can do 2 little eyebrows, because he's really happy. And then for his arms and his feet, you're gonna do, elephants have little, almost like toenails kind of things. So you're just gonna do some little wavy bumps like this. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And that is about it. That's how you draw Piggy and Gerald. Now remember, if you want to have his arms or her arms pointing other ways, you can always draw them down. You can draw them both up. You can draw it any way you want, but that's the basics of Piggy and Gerald. Okay, so now last but not least, we are going to be drawing the duckling. And the duckling's super cute, but it's the smallest character. So I'm just gonna draw it with my marker because it's not too hard to draw. So we're gonna start off with a circle, but we're gonna leave a little space at the bottom of the circle. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. I'm gonna come up and come down, and I'm gonna leave a little space for the neck. Then I'm gonna draw 2 little lines, okay? Kind of like we did here with Pigeon. And we're gonna come out to a little curve, bring it up like that, bring a line over, and we're just gonna do a little triangle at the end for the little tail, okay? Then you're gonna do 2 little wings. So we'll have 1 triangle here, and you can do another triangle coming out that way, okay? Then we're gonna draw the eye, and like our pigeon over here, it has a really big eye that takes up most of the head, so just draw another big circle and another big circle inside. But this one, you're gonna leave it white because we're gonna color it in after, or you can put it black, but the duckling has a blue eye, so if you wanna leave it white inside to color it blue after, that's perfect. Then you're gonna do the beak. So you're gonna just scoop up like this, a little scoop up, and then kind of like a U curve shape down, like that. And then you're just gonna do a little boop for the bottom of the beak. Okay, and then last but not least, we're gonna do the legs. So just draw 2 legs for 2 lines, 1, 2, and you're gonna draw kind of oval shapes at the bottom for his feet. And that's the duckling. And there you go. There are your Mo Willems characters, the pigeon, Piggy, Gerald, and the duckling. So now if you'd like to color them in, you can do that, and you can start creating your own Mo Willems inspired books. Okay, so now that we know how to draw like Mo Willems, we are going to learn how to write like Mo Willems. Mo Willems has a very interesting way of writing books and telling stories. He uses speech bubbles to tell you what the characters are saying. So the way you use a speech bubble is you draw either a circle or an oval with a little point at the end pointing to the character that is speaking. In this case, the pigeon here is saying hello. You can tell that the pigeon is talking because the point is pointing to the pigeon. The next thing he uses a lot is punctuation. He uses periods for telling someone something. So here he is telling you hello. He uses question marks for asking questions. Maybe he could say, hello. Maybe he doesn't know where you are and he's asking. Or he will use exclamation marks to yell something. So maybe the pigeon is excited and he says, hello. So changing up the punctuation tells the reader how to read the sentence. Another thing that Mo Willems likes to do is use big and small words. Sometimes he will use all capital letters to show that the character is yelling or excited or just being loud. Or sometimes he will use all lowercase words to tell you that the reader is quiet or maybe sad. So here, the pigeon is saying, what? And you know that he is saying it loudly because it is all in capital letters. So that is another way you can convey emotion or sound through how you write the sentences. The last thing that Mo Willems does is he uses direction or movement lines. So sometimes if a character is jumping, he'll use these little dashes to show you where the character is moving. Or he will use movement lines, like these little lines around the pigeon's wings, to show you that the wings are flapping and moving. So there's some tips on how to write like Mo Willems. Okay, so now that we have some tips on how to write like Mo Willems, we are going to write some sentences for the characters we already drew. Here we see the pigeon is waving, so he could be saying hello. We have our movement lines around his wings, so it looks like he's waving hi. Now, you can decide how the pigeon is going to say hello. Is he going to be telling you hello, where we just write a period at the end? Will he be asking, like, hello? Like, who's there? Where you write a question mark at the end? Will he be yelling, hello? We rewrite an exclamation point at the end. It's totally up to you. But first, let's write a speech bubble. So I'm gonna draw an oval shape with a little space at the end there and a little triangle pointing towards the pigeon's mouth. Now we decide. Maybe he is just quietly saying hello. Let's make it simple. So I'm going to write the word hello, H-E-L-L-O, and we'll write a period at the end. Now for Piggy, maybe he wants to ask us a question like, how are you? So if we want to do that, we have to write a question mark at the end of our sentence. So let's draw our speech bubble. So I'm going to do a big oval because there's going to be more words in there and a little triangle at the end. Let's see. How, a little space, are you? Make sure we have our question mark at the end of our sentence. So we know that Piggy is asking us a question. How are you? How are you? So maybe Gerald is a bit more excited and he wants to yell something to us like, have a good day. So we're going to write an exclamation mark at the end of our sentence. Let's start by drawing our speech bubble. Big oval, and then it's going to have a little point at the end. Just connect it over here. And maybe he's really yelling it, so we can write in all capital letters. So have, H-A-B-E. Make sure you leave a space. A good, G-O-O-D, space, day. And a big exclamation mark, so we know that he's yelling. And last, we have our duckling. So maybe our duckling is asking for another cookie. So if the duckling is asking for something, what punctuation do we need to use at the end of our sentence if he's asking for something? You're right, a question mark. So let's do our speech bubble. And the duckling asks, may I have another do we have enough room? Cookie? And we write our question mark at the end, like that. So because we use different punctuation and speech bubbles, uppercase letters and lowercase letters, we know exactly what our characters are saying and how they're saying it. Hello. How are you? Have a good day. May I have another cookie? And that's how you write like Mo Willems.
Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram at Books and Brushes for Kids for more. Have a great day, guys. Bye!